All right, I'm seeing the recording button. So let me introduce myself. My name is Kent Potts. I currently serve as the PMI Great Lakes Chapter, or PMIGL for short, Director of Volunteer Management. Chapter leadership has received several requests from our members to learn more about volunteers, their experiences while volunteering, and PMI Great Lakes just in general. I hope that a series of short videos that we plan to do will help answer some of these questions. I will be interviewing selected volunteers, and they'll tell us what it's like about volunteering at PMI Great Lakes. I've been looking for opportunities to record short video snips at our events, but unfortunately, most of our 2023 events seem to be virtual these days. We're using Zoom today to at least start publishing some videos for our memberships to view. Hopefully in the future, as we have more events, these videos will be at events, at live events. The Zoom format is going to be a bit clunky. I'd like to apologize for it up front, but it's the tool that we have right now to use. So apologies in advance for this format, but it's an attempt to promptly answer some requests for more information about volunteering for our membership. Joining me today is Michele Patera. Welcome, Michele. She is our current chapter president and a longtime friend of mine. I guess we've known each other probably for going on 6, 7 years or so. So welcome, Michele, and thanks so much for joining me today to share a bit of your journey as a PMI volunteer. Please give us a bit of background on your experiences with PMI Global. I know you have some interaction with those guys, and obviously the PMI chapter volunteer.
Well, thanks, Kent, so much for allowing me the opportunity to be here. I think this is a really great initiative, and I do appreciate the opportunity to be able to share the information and hope it is of value to the team. So, as far as my experiences with PMI Global, Great Lakes Chapter, and volunteering, PMI Global is such a great organization, and not only does it allow for a wealth of information in the project management profession, but it did allow me to attend various chapters. So I started with PMI in the St. Louis chapter in the early 2000s. And then when the family moved to Michigan, then I joined the Great Lakes chapter in 2005. So Great Lakes chapter has been just really valuable for me. When I first started, I would attend the monthly meetings. They were face to face with a lot of members, a lot of great knowledge in the room. I remember being a little apprehensive at first because it was such a large group of people with a lot of body of knowledge in there. But I did continue joining the meetings and developed a close networking community. And I really look forward to going to those meetings, not only for the networking, but also for the professional development. Great Lakes also did afford me the ability to attend the big annual event every year. And this is one that I always attended. I got so much value out of, and that was the symposium. It was a full day of professional development, of the day to kick back and relax. It was just really a good day of training. Every year it was, different set of topics and speakers. So it was always something to look forward to. And then I started serving as a volunteer. I started in marketing. I did PD. I did the executive committee. But in addition to that, the chapter affords a lot of events, not only in the local area, but then nationally. So I really have gotten a lot of value out of being a part of this chapter. We're also an advantage member of the IIL, which is the International Institute of Learning, and they offer discounted rates. So there's just so many aspects of PMI, whether it be national, Great Lakes, or meeting peers across the country, that have been really beneficial for me.
Very good. That's great, Michele. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you were part of another chapter, St. Louis. I started volunteering with a chapter in the Carolinas as well before moving to Michigan. And you and I served together on the marketing and admin team. So
Yeah, when you
PMI,
actually brought me over as a volunteer, I remember first reaching out and you were the person that, you got me hooked.
yeah, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
So PMI is so fortunate to have your years of volunteer experience. And I think it's excellent to see that you have further committed yourself as being our current chapter president. Tell us a bit about your education, professional background, your day job, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Well, I graduated from Central Michigan University, fire up chips. I've got my master's certificate in program management from Stevens Institute, and then I was PMP certified in 2005. And PMP certification is very key for the corporation I work for, who is Nokia.
Mm.
I've been in telecommunications for about 30 years and in program management for 25 plus years. And if you work on projects in our contracts, you have to have a certified PMP. Uh,
Oh,
Manager. So it
oh,
was
okay.
very key. Yeah, it was very key for Nokia that we had PMP certified people. So that was really beneficial for me to be able to utilize the Great Lakes chapter and do some of the PMP prep work and allowed me to get my certification. I currently serve as the director of program management and operations lead for a global project. And I have a big group of people that we work together cross functionally with all the organizations within my company to support maintenance packages. And so it's anywhere from the beginning of working with contract management to the end of collections and everything in between that I'm
Okay.
associated with. So it's a really big job. I love it, but I'm a big, strong advocate of collaborating and having building rapport and relationships within the community of my company for successful business. So I really do like the company I work for. It's a very environmentally sound, ethical company, and
Right.
I love working there.
Very good. I knew you were PMP. I didn't realize you also had a master's in project management. So hats off to Nokia for recognizing how important the PMP is and putting that into the job description. We have CMU participants from time to time at functions, so nice to see that local education. Tell me some more details on your volunteer role. Start with your current role. Of course, this president is a 3 year role for you. You're in your second year of that. Tell me about the impact that it's had on your personal and professional journey, either with PMI Great Lakes or in another organization if you volunteer elsewhere as well.
Sure. Well, my PMI volunteer journey started about 6 years ago. And so I followed the progression plan. And like you said, I'm currently serving in the 3 year term of Office of the Presidency. So last year I was president elect, and this year I'm president. So I get the honor of serving the membership and working towards all the initiatives that I have. Working to support, listen to the membership, support the VPs, the executive committee, and all their initiatives, and mentoring some of the next gen rising leaders that are coming up. And then helping to grow the membership. So in this role, it's very fulfilling. And then next year, I'll be serving as past president. So I guess before that, like I said, I followed the progression plan, the volunteer progression plan, which is I started as a manager in brand marketing. And I remember joining the meetings and reaching out for the new members and recognizing them and saying hello and making them feel welcome. And
Mhm.
and I did enjoy that role. But because I really loved the annual symposiums before I was a volunteer, when I would just join as a member, that was one area I really thought I would like to serve on. And it was a big job, a very rewarding job. We had a
Yeah,
really close knit team of volunteers, and it was just so rewarding to work on something for months and then to see it come off successful. So
yeah,
I served in that role, and then I decided that I wanted to maybe give back a little bit more, get into more of a strategic leadership role. So I put my name in the hat for VP of Admin, and the membership voted me in. So I served that term for 2 years, and of course that role was very rewarding as well, serving the volunteers, helping them with promotion, uh, recognition, progression, just the care and feeding of onboarding those new volunteers to help
right.
serve the whole community. of all of our memberships. So that was really good. And then, so I'm currently serving as the Office of the Presidency. Um, so I really feel fortunate to be in this role, this Office of the Presidency role, to be able to be working with such a diverse group of individuals and people who are really interested in giving of their time and talent to help move forward the program management profession. So it really has been rewarding for me as president. I do have a vision statement, and it's to be working in a collaborative environment with a diverse group of people to help work towards better professional development opportunities for our membership, networking opportunities, and then of course the rising leader next generation group that we really need to focus in on. So I guess overall, it's just been so exciting to work with a tight knit group of people who really do care and want to give back.
They do, don't they?
Mhm.
I've got to imagine that, and this video will be posted on YouTube after we're done. I've got to imagine there's one or two people that are looking at this video and thinking, yeah, I'm a member of the chapter. Should I volunteer? Do I have time to volunteer? Do I have talents that would be welcome? Tell me what motivated you to become a volunteer of the chapter.
Well, I guess I had gotten so much from the chapter over all the years.
All right,
Like I said, I started in 2005 and started volunteering in 2017. And I just decided that with my breadth of knowledge, my background, with the learnings that I gained from working at my company, I thought maybe it was time to give back to the community.
all right.
And so that was really the key motivator. Was I really felt strong enough in my ability to be able to add value and give back and to help the chapter as well. And I learned also that by volunteering, uh, with certain activities, you'd be able to attend events for free. So that was always a perk for me to be able to,
Yeah,
attend free of charge. So yes, you're giving of your time, but you're also getting so much back,
right.
and it obviously saves my company money. So when I volunteer, I'm saving my company money.
Yep. Saves your budget for sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
So my motivation is kind of similar to giving back to profession.
Hmm.
A very close second for me is when I go to contribute to a team like you were mentioning and see that team growing and excelling. Uh,
Hmm.
well, our entire organization growing and excelling. That's key for me. I
Hmm.
think you'll agree that with roughly 1,800 members and 75 volunteers that run our chapter operations, it's a very exciting group to be a part of.
Hmm.
Tell me
Absolutely.
what benefits have you personally provided others or gained for yourself from volunteering? You mentioned the no fee, certain events or no fee of
Mhm.
charge. But what other benefits do you believe you've gained from volunteering?
Well, being a part of the membership, being part of the membership of PMIGL has many benefits, but then volunteering, you really develop those close knit relationships. And, like you said earlier when we first started, we've become friends.
Hmm.
So this whole group of volunteering team, we're are very friendly, very open, and I feel like I can call on them at any time, any time of the day, whether it be a leadership question that I might have, if I'm dealing with a personnel issue, whether it's a program management issue, whether it's a PMO issue. There's a number amount of resources that I can call on, and it's all these volunteers that I've gotten to know
Right,
over the years and who've gotten to know me. So people
right.
call me, I call them. I've been able to provide references for people that are applying for jobs, which is really cool to be
Hmm.
able to, and actually it's an honor to be asked to be able to serve as a reference. So that makes me feel
It
good too. And
definitely.
yeah, and I like to be able to do that for people. So serving as a mentor, being there for people. So I just try and make myself available as much as possible and to listen to see what people need, and then also to try and help them as well.
Yeah, very good. Absolutely. And I think volunteering and working closely on a common goal, that's one of the things that really builds a friendship, having that
Hmm.
shared shared experience. I know
Mhm.
what you mean about expanding your network too. I found that those will be lifelong friendships and colleagues.
Mhm.
I still have some folks from the chapter in the Carolinas that I meet at some of the global PMI events that I
Oh,
attend, and
that's cool.
I hear a voice from the crowd, Kent, and I, well, there's not many guys here named Kent.
Absolutely.
So, do you have any advice for those who are not yet, but maybe considering to become a PMI Great Lakes chapter volunteer, or advice for new PMI GL volunteers?
Sure. Yeah, I'm always a cheerleader for this chapter and for volunteering. So I just really believe that everyone has unique talents. And I guess what I would ask is to just, give of yourself, give your time and talent, and sign up to volunteer. It's a learning experience. It's a growing experience. It's a very fun experience. So yeah, I would just say that, even if you're a little apprehensive, just you take baby steps maybe at first. There's
Mhm.
so many opportunities that we have within this chapter. You can be a volunteer of the membership team, which is, helps with the care and feeding of renewals and of growth of membership. You can be a part of outreach. Uh, there's uh, there's community, there's corporate, there's military outreach.
All right.
You can be a part of finance, helping with our budgets and controls. You can be part of what you're doing, which
Mhm.
is under admin and volunteer management.
All right.
You can serve in PD, which is what I did with professional development. We have our PD day coming up, so we've got volunteers that are focused on that, as well as monthly meetings. You can start slow. You can stay in a role for as long as you like. You
Mhm.
can go from a manager to a director to the VP to the office of the presidency, or you can jump. It really depends upon what you are willing to give of your time and talent. So I guess I would just say, hey, that's one of the greatest gifts you can give is of your time and talent, and go for it. You'll find that
Go
you'll
for
have
it.
fun. You'll get so much more out of it than what you expect.
I would agree.
Hmm.
And really, volunteerism is the heartbeat of an organization like this. If you look at it like functions within a human body, without a heartbeat, this chapter does not succeed.
Mhm.
There's nothing as encouraging to me to see a group of volunteers work jointly, sometimes months or even quarters, develop an event, and then on the D day, we call it, see
Mhm.
that plan being meticulously executed and our chapter member and guests, having such great comments. Tell
Mhm.
me, what volunteer role do you foresee for yourself in the future?
Well, next year I'll serve as past president.
Right.
So my main role will be in a counseling role. I'll have a focus on elections. So that will be getting the next VPs lined up to serve their 2-year term. So I'll be really focused in on that. And
Yeah.
then after that, for the future years, as part of our bylaws, I can serve no more than 3 consecutive terms. So I served as a VP of admin. That was one term. Office of the presidency, even though it's 3 years term, it's considered a second term. So I could serve as a VP in my third term. So depending upon what becomes available and what my interests are, I might go for another VP position. But in some capacity, I will serve. There's plenty of director positions open, manager positions open. So wherever my time and talent can be best suited and whatever my interest is where I'll serve. But I will be serving because I do love the people I work with, and I love being able to have to help the chapter.
Very good. Very good. Tell me a little bit, what do you do for fun and family time?
Oh, yeah. Well, I do like to have fun.
Mm,
And I love my family. My husband and I, we celebrated 40 years this year together.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I have 3 children. My oldest daughter, she's married. I have a great son-in-law, 2 grandsons, 7 and 4. Then my middle son, he has a girlfriend. And he lives locally as well. My third child is a son, and him and his wife live in Ohio. We just had our first granddaughter, so they had a baby girl on July 2nd.
All right. I know you're
Yeah, so
looking forward to that.
yeah, so I've got three
All those
grandchildren.
boys and no granddaughter.
Exactly. A lot of pink and happiness going on right now. But Steve and I do love to garden around the yard. We love to travel, so we like to go to Florida for like 3 to 4 weeks in the winter. I do love my sunbathing time, so I like to hit the lake, Michigan. When we're up north, we have a place up north, so we go there. That's where my mother and my other brothers and sisters and cousins and aunts and uncles all live. So we like to spend time there. And then I guess football season's around the corner, so I guess I'll be doing a
That
lot of
it is.
noodle pointing.
That it is.
You
That
know,
it
so my
is.
husband will watch football and I'll noodle point. Yeah.
That it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the granddaughter last month.
Thank
Just
you.
for the folks that are watching this, Michelle and I tried to do this, and I got a head cold, a bad head cold in July, and or was that your head cold? I don't know. It's
Well,
one of our.
first I had pneumonia in June and then you got the bad cold
That's
in
right. That
July.
was back to back. So and I knew the grandbaby was on the way. So
Yeah. Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Tom, for taking time out of your evening and providing others some insight on your volunteer experience. I'm sure that I can speak on behalf of all the PMI members when I say thank you for your volunteer service. Volunteerism is the figurative soul of an organization like PMI Great Lakes, and your contributions are significant.
Well,
We
thank
look
you.
forward to bring the future of your current volunteer role and your future roles to PMI Global maybe in the future. I hope you'll at least consider that. And to the audience, please like, subscribe, or comment on this video. This is our first attempt at providing a volunteer testimonial video like we're doing this evening, and it is our goal to continue to improve the content. Um, uh, if this answered a question that you may have had about volunteering and you'd like to look at the volunteer roles, we currently have those on our website. The website is pmiglc.org. And if you select the volunteers drop down menu at the far top right on the homepage, and then volunteer opportunities, all of our current volunteer roles are open on the web page. And it's frequently updated. I actually added a role last week, so check back from time to time. You're also welcome to reach out to me with any questions that you have. I can be reached at director.volunteermanagement, all one word, volunteer management, at pmiglc.org. So thanks for watching this video. Take care, and I look forward to hearing from you or meeting you at an upcoming PMI Great Lakes event. And I guess we'll see each other tomorrow night at the appreciation event, right?
Absolutely. Yes, we'll see you
Okay.
tomorrow. And thanks again for this opportunity and for your time as well, Kent, to put this together.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow. Take
Okay.
care, Michelle.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Where's the off button?